Hey guys, Marcin here bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video, and so after a considerable wait we finally have some news. We were expecting an EZA confirmation of some kind today, whether it was going to be related to Golden Week, whether it was going to be for Goku, Gohan and Goten Day. Basically expecting something today because of course it's Tuesday today. We are getting very close. There's a world tournament on Friday. We have not yet had the data download for any of that stuff, so realistically the data download needs to happen either tomorrow or Thursday, so very much expecting to see something today. And here we go, to the surprise of absolutely no one. We are getting the hit and God Goku EZA. I said in yesterday's video, whilst there were other options that could have been on the table for the Goku, Gohan and Goten Day, right? Because at this time last year we got the EZA for Tech Gohan. We kind of all knew that, like, by the end of the celebration at least, right, these guys would be getting an EZA. Especially, we talked about yesterday the funny Dokkan post where they posted about that new Seriously Serious event, and one of the units that they recommended using in that event in their post was Hit and God Goku, despite the fact that without an EZA, Hit and God Goku would be terrible for this event because they're so old, right? But they are getting an EZA finally. Obviously they're going to be very, very good with Hit on his team. They link very well with him and get the full 220 leader skill. So we're going to go over exactly what they do. I've literally, like, we were streaming, the news dropped, we stopped the stream. I'm going to make the video here now. I have not looked at what they do, so this will be my initial thoughts and reaction to their kit. Hopefully they are good. Like, they're on some teams that could definitely be really fun to run them on. Accelerated Battle, obviously you guys know how much we love the Glorio team over here. So let's go ahead and take a look. So obviously their leader skill, Accelerated Battle or Universe Survival Saga, goes up to 4 key and 170. I mean, for old yellow coin LRs, we're not really expecting anything in terms of their leader skill. I seriously doubt. Like, we know that new ones are getting double 200% category leads now, so it was pretty obvious that they weren't going to be dropping like these EZAs and putting them up to like 200% or something, right? So their leader skill, I would say, not particularly important. But so their basic effects, their base kit, main passive, let's see. Key 5, attack and defense 200%, that's good. Damage reduction 20%, okay. Attacks guaranteed to hit, so yeah, there's a few enemies in the current thing that do dodge, so that's good. Launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super and high chance to dodge. When HP is 67% or more, they get an extra 10% damage reduction, okay. When attacking, they get attack and defense 67% and disable the enemy's guard. I notice we're going to see some 67s in here because of Universe 6 and Universe 7, which is kind of funny. So, as the first attacker in the turn, they get 6 extra key and attack and defense 160%, as well as chance to dodge and damage reduction extra 16%. So slot 1 or 2, that means they're getting 11 key and like 360% stats. And then they have 36% damage reduction and a, 66% chance to dodge. So that's pretty good. For every attack received or evaded as the first attacker in the turn, they get 20% attack and defense up to 100%. That's within the turn, but it happens every turn. So it doesn't stack, but it will happen like every turn. So every time they dodge, they get an extra 20% attack. So that's obviously, so if you put them in slot 1, they have this 66% chance to dodge with 36% damage reduction to sort of back it up. And every time they do dodge or get hit, they get that extra attack. And then they attack and obviously be able to do a lot more damage. So that's interesting. And then as the third attacker in the turn, they get 7 key and 170% attack, launch a guaranteed additional super, and do an action break. So that's interesting. I've always thought it was weird, though, like with their kit, that they're less defensively good in slot 3. So it's like, if you wanted to float them, it's actually more dangerous putting them in slot 3, because they only get attack when they attack. They don't get defense. They get an extra super, and they get an action break, which I guess, if there's only one attack in slot 3, that means they actually won't be getting hit, because they'll remove that attack. But they'll be relying on that base 50% dodge and 20% damage reduction. So really, when you look at their kit and what they do, like, what they're doing in slot 2, in slot 3, isn't really that great. It's just getting an additional super. Although for every attack performed as the third attacker in the turn, they do get an extra 20% defense. So they're going to get that initial one. Then they have an additional attack that has a great chance to become a super. But this thing is every attack performed, not just a super. Then they get a guaranteed additional. So they're always going to get an extra 60% defense in slot 3 because they're always going to do at least 3 attacks. Then you have the hidden potential as well. It's funny that it is up to 100% because they can only attack 4 times, I'm pretty sure. So that's kind of funny. Although actually no, they have an active skill, don't they? Which would count as a 5th attack if you use their active skill in slot 3. I think, right? So that's interesting. The slot 1 or 2 seems quite good, right? And then their super attacks. The 12 key is greatly raise attack and defense in 1 turn, colossal damage, and a great chance to stun. So that's good. And then the 18 key is greatly raise attack and defense for 4 turns, mega colossal damage with a great chance to stun. It doesn't show. I thought they had. Let me double check their card in game because I thought they did have an active skill. Maybe I'm wrong. Either that or it just hasn't changed, so they're not showing it on here. But yeah, their active skill is ever improving pair. Can be activated after performing 3 or more super attacks in battle if HP is 76% or less, and it gives them a permanent 13% attack and defense buff. So it doesn't show that on here for some reason. I guess because, I mean, I guess it's there, like on the image on the left side, but obviously they can't change the active skill condition. They can change the effect though, I thought, but it has stayed the same, 13% in battle, which 13 again is like 6 plus 7, which is, they do like their number shenanigans with certain characters and certain character combos. So there you go. I mean, they do seem pretty good, like on Hit's team with the links and everything, because they have Cold Judgment, which at level 10 is like 25% extra defense. So I could see these guys like in slot 2 putting out some pretty serious damage. They're greatly raising their defense for 4 turns with their 18 key super. Then every additional super they get is a greatly raise. So their post super defense should be pretty good, with them then also having, like if they're in slot 2, 36% damage reduction and a 66% chance to dodge. So I would say that that is pretty good. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I'm pretty sure I do have them rainbow. So the annoying thing for me is obviously I don't have Hit, which is going to be the best combo to run them on, right? Because they share, I think I did the link partner video for them. They share like 5 or 6 links with him. So obviously very, very good setup. But yeah, they seem solid. Let me know what you guys think of God Goku and Hit down below in the comment section. We did also get one other thing that was just an in-game update about incoming content. It's not a crazy amount of stuff, but it's the new Extreme Super Battle Road stage, which we obviously knew about. So that'll be coming out soon. It's Miraculous Awakening, which, I mean, Miraculous Awakening is a category that has Beast Gohan on it, right? So we are not going to be struggling with this one, I don't think. Yeah, of course it is, because it's one of his leader skills. So yeah, double Beast Gohan team should make pretty light work of the no items run for this. But then interestingly, we are going to have new missions added for the Legendary Frieza event. Now, obviously that event is not particularly difficult anymore. So I mean, I guess it depends what the missions are. Given the current celebration, I would assume that the missions are going to end up being something like Tournament Participants, Universe 6 Full Power, like something like that, similar to the ones we got for the Goku and Vegeta event fights. So realistically, those shouldn't be too difficult. The Universe 6 one, I guess, could potentially be awkward if they do that, because obviously this won't be an event where Caulifla gets her guaranteed dodge, so you can't just use the like double tech Caulifla cheese strategy. But be interesting to see what those are. Obviously I will make a video going over them. I mean, like I say, this event isn't particularly difficult, so I don't think people will struggle with the missions unless they are for some really awkward categories. And then obviously Extreme Super Battle Road. Unfortunately, as we've said in the last few of these stages that have come out, I still do videos for them, but they're not as difficult as they once were. Like, the runs are pretty straightforward. But, you know, I like to keep that playlist updated and keep having all of the stages done with no items. So we'll do that when it drops as well. So let me know what you guys think. What are you looking forward to from this? Obviously not a huge info here in game. but we should get the data download tomorrow or Thursday, which will include all of the World Tournament stuff, so I'll do a video going over that. And of course, I will be live all over the weekend for my special World Tournament weekend subathon event that we always do. So I'll potentially be live 8 hours on Friday, Saturday and Sunday grinding the World Tournament. So hopefully I will see you guys there. So let me know what you think of hitting God Goku down below in the comment section. I might make a post for like a community response thing for later, so keep an eye out for that as well. But yeah, I think they're pretty decent. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.